For the third day in a row, record high temperatures have been broken here in Abilene. The triple digits seemingly here to stay for at least a bit longer. One Abilene man last Sunday finding himself on a 4-hour trek across town with nothing but the shirt on his back to protect against the elements. His load lightened by the kindness of a few Abilene firefighters he happened to come across.
KTAB's Noah McKinney bringing us that story, as well as a look into the dangers of the heat-related illnesses on key city streets and the resources out there to help folks endure the summer sun. Our top story.
Atop dry grass and under an unforgiving sun, one Abilene man found himself stranded on Sunday. The temperature as high as 105 with a 4-hour walk back home and no way to get there but his own 2 feet.
That was his plan, was to walk back home?
That man's brother, who has asked to remain anonymous, recounting their conversation that day, both of them having experienced homelessness and currently living with acquaintances, neither with a means of transportation.
I imagine it was at least 2 hours that he was walking around.
The situation growing more dire by the second, his luck turning around when he struck up a conversation with the firefighters at Abilene Fire Station 2.
And that's when he basically asked for help, and they were more than glad to say, "Sure, we'll give you a ride."
A kindness that meant the world to that man and his brother.
Oh, easy. Could have had a heat stroke and possibly died.
That risk bearing down on all that step out under the Texas sun as record highs continue to be broken.
Just today, I've had 3 officers needing fluids.
Family nurse practitioner Elaine Thomas of My Primary Care Clinic administering a number of hydration IV procedures to first responders, laborers, and even football players this summer to ward off and counteract the effects of heat-related illness.
They're seeing lots of people who their vital signs are not stable, their temperature's warmer than normal. They need fluids.
Thomas hoping to educate the public on the signs of heat exhaustion and heat stroke, which, if caught early, don't have to end in an emergency situation.
It doesn't even have to be at certain degrees outside. If you're running and you're playing and there's humidity, you're breathing off all your water.
Symptoms such as increased heart rate, muscle cramps, lightheadedness, and dry mouth could mean heat exhaustion is setting in. If unattended, this can lead to heat stroke, during which you may start to experience confusion and feel overly tired as your organs are working harder than usual to keep up.
You know yourself better than most people, and if you're really struggling, don't stay out there, and get hydration as soon as possible.
Which can be difficult for those who either don't have AC at home or don't have a home at all. Services like Love and Care Ministries on Fannin Street opening doors to offer relief from the heat.
It's just tough. I mean, and when winter gets here, we're going to be back doing this about cold probably. It's just hard for people who live in these elements.
Executive Director and founder Mark Hewitt spreading the word about the ministry's free offerings of food, clothing, showers, or perhaps just a place to come in and cool down.
Cold is hard, but it's not cold here a long time. It's been hot here day after day after day. We're going to try to keep that cooling station open as long as we can.
Dire situations requiring true compassion to counteract, whether it's an open door and a cool shower or a bottle of water and a way back home.
How does that make you feel just as a resident here in Abilene?
Overwhelmed. I just want to give a big shout out to thank you to the fire department that went above and beyond helping people out.
For BigCountryHomepage.com, I'm Noah McKinney.
Thank you, Noah. The Love and Care Ministries cooling station is open Monday through Thursday beginning at 6 a.m. Showers and clothing available by request and meal offerings throughout the day. The My Primary Care Clinic offering discounted hydration IVs to those first responders as well as visiting local universities. This is to provide them through those local athletes. Dangerous situations out there.